Hi guys, welcome to Reen's Place. This is the first week in our Fall Food Friday, which is a collaboration with Fallon over at Moss Family TV. So if you're here from her channel, thank you for coming on over. I hope you'll subscribe. And if you're from my channel, I hope you go over to Fallon's channel and check them out. She's going to also have links to other people that are contributing, so you'll be able to watch lots of recipes for Fall Food Friday. Okay, so what we're going to make today is apple snickerdoodle cookies. I've never made this recipe before, but I figured it sounded good, and it's supposed to be a soft cookie, which my husband will like, and it combines two of his favorite things, snickerdoodle cookies and apples. So let's get started. I already measured some of my ingredients out, but let's see what we have here. It says to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which I have done. You're also going to need a cookie sheet that has either a baking mat on it, like a silicone baking mat, or put some parchment paper on it. We're going to combine the flour, which is, and I'm going to write all of the ingredients and the measurements down below because this is kind of a, you know, there's a lot of ingredients in it and weird measurements to me. This is 3 cups plus 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. To it, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of cream of tartar. I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of baking soda. I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of salt. And I believe this is it for right now. Let me just give this a little give it a little mix and set that aside. Honestly, if I would have read through this recipe better, I probably wouldn't have. I usually just throw everything in at one time, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's set aside. Then the next thing that we're going to do is, what are we doing here? Add butter, which is, how much butter are we putting in? It's 1½ sticks, so that is what? 3/4 of a cup of room temperature butter. It's been out since after dinner, and it's probably about, I don't know, 8:30 or so. I'm filming this on Thursday, and we're putting it up tomorrow for Fall Food Friday. So I have the butter out. I have out the eggs, and let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swing around to the other side so you can get a better look at the Kitchenaid where we're going to be throwing everything in. So hope I don't make you dizzy. Okay, let's see if we got a good angle on this or not. A little back. A little back. Okay, that should be good. Alright, so into my Kitchenaid. Let me just see how much butter is it say on here. Did we already went over that? It's 3/4 of a cup? Yeah. Okay, so get my Kitchenaid's plugged in. This is one of my new fall Kitchenaid reversible bowl covers. These are for sale in my Etsy store, reensplace.etsy.com. I shall put the link below if you're interested. It keeps your bowl clean, and you can hide your attachments in it. And it's reversible. Okay, enough of that. Now, I'm using the paddle. Okay, and you could just do this in a bowl with a hand mixer or whatever, however you do. I'm putting the butter in first. You should take the paper off of it. Okay, what do we say? Add the butter, which is 3/4 of a cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, and that was packed. White sugar add, let's see. 1 cup of white sugar. And then we're going to cream it until it's fluffy. It says about 2 to 3 minutes. I'm going a little higher. So it looks like my butter wasn't quite as soft as it should have been, but it's fine. so it looks pretty well combined to me, and now I'm going to start adding eggs one at a time, and there are 2. I'm also going to add the 1½ teaspoons of vanilla extract. Okay, and now it says that we're going to add the dry ingredients, so I'm going to just add them a little bit at a time. Maybe in like 2 or 3 sections. Okay, so that's going to have to be a little bit more mixed, but before we go any further, we're going to do the, sorry about that, we're going to do the apples. So you need 2 to 3 Granny Smith apples, which should be approximately 3 cups of diced apples. So that's what I'm going to do. I have Granny Smith. I'm sure you could honestly do this with any kind of apple, but I just think that the Granny Smith has like a little bit more of like a tart. It's more of an exact taste than, you know, than if you use a different kind. And then, yeah, I decided this year I'm going to try to do some new recipes for our family for Fall Food Friday, but there are a couple ones that that we do like and we do every year, which we may add as well. I'm feeling like 3 apples is a lot of apples and cookies, and I feel like that's probably why they say that this is like a wet dough, and they say that you can chill it. What I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to put a couple in the oven, not chilled, just to see if they turn out, so my husband can taste them before he goes to bed. But the rest of them I will throw in the fridge, and then we can see if there's a big difference in chilling them and not chilling them. Okay, let me grab some of these off of here. We'll do the 3rd apple. I don't know if I'm going to add it all, but I'll eat it if I don't use it. Oh, I didn't think of that before. Okay. So, has everybody started decorating for fall? I have a few things up, but not really a lot, and it took me so long to get the couple things I have up that I'm wondering if I should just go ahead and put Halloween up, because by the time I get finished, it will be October. So we shall see. Okay, so here's my apples. I'm going to finely dice them, and again, I don't feel like you got to be too particular getting too much of the apple off, because you know, you got 3 apples here. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right, I'm going to pause the video. I'm going to finish dicing these apples, and then when I'm done, we're going to come back and we're going to finish mixing this dough together. There's another actual step that we have to do as well. Okay, I'm back. I ended up doing 2 Granny Smith apple and 1 Gala apple because I just felt like it had better flavor. So I'm going to turn my machine on low. And that's that. I'm going to test it. It's good. The batter is good. Okay, so we're going to take these out. And again, sorry, but I'm going to swing you around again. Okay, in a separate bowl, I have in here 5 tablespoons of sugar. Sorry. 5 tablespoons of sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of ground cinnamon, and 1 3/4 of ground nutmeg. And actually, I'm looking at it now, and I'm feeling like I put teaspoons of cinnamon instead of tablespoons, so I'm going to add a little bit. Okay. We're just going to mix this up, and this is what we're going to roll around our cookies in. Okay, so let me just tell you, the next step is that you're supposed to put your cookie batter in the fridge for 20 minutes. Sorry about that. Let me lower this volume. Okay. I'm going to try to do a couple just so my husband can taste them before he goes to bed. And also, I mean, that seems like I don't want to wait another half an hour to start making these. So let's make 2 balls now. Roll them into balls and put them in the sugar. I can tell you how good this smells. That nutmeg, boy, is something else. Okay, and it says that you're going to bake these in your preheated 350-degree oven for 8 to 10 minutes. And mine are a little big, so they're probably going to go more like 10 minutes. You take them out, you let them cool, and then test them. So, you know what? I'm actually going to make 1 more, 3, because I want to eat one too. Okay. You're looking good. Okay, here we go. We're going to stick these in the oven, and I'm going to come back in 10 minutes and show you what they look like. Okay, so I'm back. I baked those 3 cookies in the oven for 10 minutes. I took it out, and I opened one up, and it was raw inside. So I put another 2 minutes on, and they're perfect. Let me take a little taste. The one I tasted the end of the one that was like raw. I tasted the outside, which was cooked, and it was delicious. Let me... They're so, so good. Now, I mean, you can see the size of them. I'd be perfectly happy with it just like this, without it being refrigerated, which these are, but I did refrigerate the dough while those were baking. So I'm going to try a couple now, and we'll see. I'm going to eat this one. I'll leave this one alone. I'm going to try a couple now, refrigerated, and we'll see what that looks like. And again, mine took 12 minutes from like the room temperature ones, so are these going to take longer because they're cool? I'm not sure, but let's try it out and we'll see. Let me grab my cookie sheet. I mean, I think those turned out so well that I wouldn't even bother refrigerating them next time. It just seems like an extra step that's really not necessary. When I make regular Snickerdoodles, I never refrigerate that batter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to roll them with my hands, and then I will, then we'll dip them. are delicious. And I have to say, I've said this in my previous videos, if you guys have been here before, I'm really not an apple, like I don't like apple pie at all. And I do like apple biscuits and things like that. So I think it's more of like a texture thing. And these are so good. So, so good. I think I like these better than regular Snickerdoodles, which is saying something. Okay. And I also welcome the addition that I added the Gala apple to it rather than just the Granny Smiths. The Granny Smiths that I bought them from the grocery store, and honestly, I don't know. I don't really like grocery store apples. I have become spoiled because we live right by an orchard. And I don't know. I just bought them because we did grocery store pickup, and I'm like, oh, I'll just grab them. Never again. Some of them were not like, even the Galas that tasted delicious that I bought, also from the grocery store, they were like, you know, not the best looking. But that's okay. I'm going to feed the rest of these apples to the deer that I have outside, and I will buy some over the weekend at the orchard. There's a lot of apples in these. It's kind of hard to roll them when there's that many. Get a little bit of dough in there. Yeah, I think my husband is going. He didn't actually make it up to. He didn't make it up long enough to taste them because he has to get up really, really early in the morning, like middle of the night, early in the morning. Okay, let's see. Okay. I think I'm going to put these in his lunchbox. I think he's going to love them. There's a huge piece of apple in this last one. Like huge, but oh well, I guess it's going to be a surprise. A little dough, I can't even close it up. Okay, I'm just going to roll these in our mixture. And I think another big plus with this recipe is that when you make regular Snickerdoodles, it's just cinnamon and sugar. But what did we put in here? We put the nutmeg, and oh my god, it smells so good. And I definitely taste it when they're baked. I definitely taste that richness of flavor from the nutmeg. It's so good. These are going to go in. I'm going to put them in my 350-degree oven. I'm going to do them for 12 minutes. I'm not even going to check them until 12 minutes because, like I said before, when I took them out at 10, they were raw. The very edges were cooked, but that was it. Alright guys, I'm going to put these in. Again, these were the refrigerated ones. I'm going to put these in for 12 minutes, and I will come back and we'll check them out. Okay, so we're back. These are the cookies that we put in the refrigerator for 15 to 20 minutes. And I definitely think that they are, let me take one off of here. I let them cool in the pan. I didn't transfer them to the rack yet. They're definitely a little, they rose a little bit more than the first batch. But honestly, I wouldn't mind just eating them right out of the, making them right out of the bowl without refrigerating them. Either way, I think they're going to be great. So let's show you the inside of one of these. See, I'm gonna taste it. That really is so, so good. And I honestly think that nutmeg on the outside makes a world of difference. It's just subtle, but it's delicious. Alright, I'm going to plate these up. I'm going to get my next sheet going, and we will come back. Okay guys, we're all finished. We made about 3.5 dozen. They are absolutely delicious. My kitchen smells so good, I can't even begin to tell you. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please don't forget to go down to my description box. I will have the printed recipe. I will also have links to Moss Family TV for Fallon's videos. And on Fallon's video, she'll have the list in her description box of all the people participating in Fall Food Friday. So you can check out some other YouTubers, some new videos, some new recipes. And I hope you guys give this a try. I really enjoyed it. I hope you will too. Thanks so much for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so. Like this, share it on your Facebook page with your friends so they can also enjoy these cookies. I'll see you next week. Thanks.